everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be telling you a spooky story and eating some A&W. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I am Raven and this is my channel Raven About, where I rave about things that I like. Today I'll be telling you a spooky story and also eating my favorite junk food, which is the Beyond Meat burger, and I'm also going to try these Beyond Meat nuggets that I got. And why I'm eating in this video is because I'll be talking about Danny. If you don't know who Danny is, he was my dog, and even though he passed away about 3 years ago, I still really miss him. So eating my favorite junk food helps a little bit, and I know this is plant-based, but it tastes so good that it cannot be good for you. So I'll be eating this and telling you the story of how I think Danny was able to see ghosts. Okay, so for those of you who don't know Danny, he was my dog and he was very special. I'm not just saying that because he was my dog. He really was amazing. The vet said that he was one of those dogs with a human soul. My husband, who's a scientist and doesn't even believe in souls, said that a part of my soul broke off and turned into Danny. You know how you have soulmates? Like my husband is my romantic soulmate, but I think that Danny was my dog soulmate, not in any sort of romantic way, but in like a BFF, best friends kind of way. And Danny was so special that throughout his entire life, which was 13 years, only one person ever that he met did not like him. Everyone else just loved him because he was just so gentle and well behaved, and he even convinced some cat people to like dogs, which is just amazing, I think. But anyway, if you ever met Danny in real life, you will know how special he was. But today I'm going to tell you the story about how I think he could see ghosts. If you haven't tried the Beyond Meat burger, I definitely recommend it. It tastes so good. So we rescued Danny from Singapore when he was a puppy. He was about 4 months old. And in that country, they celebrate something called Hungry Ghost Festival. So what it is a month-long festival once a year. And the story goes that the gates of hell will open for a whole month, once during the year, and then all the ghosts who live in hell are allowed to roam the earth for a month. And some people say it's for like the ghosts to get redemption, or others say it's just for them to like have a feast during that month, which is why people leave food offerings out for their ghostly ancestors during that month. And some people even burn paper hell money or origami houses or cars made from the paper hell money because they believe that if they do that, then their ancestors will have those things in hell. So yeah, it's a month-long ghost festival in Asia, and this is why I think Danny could see ghosts. Every night during the Hungry Ghost Festival, when we lived in Singapore, because we lived there for about 2 years before we moved with him to Melbourne, where Danny spent most of his life. And so every night during the Hungry Ghost Festival at the exact same time, 7 p.m, Danny would get up from his dog bed and walk over to the front door and just stare at it for about 5 to 10 minutes, and it was like he could see someone at the door, but there was never anyone there. Like, at least no one who was living was at our front door. So I think he was seeing ghosts, and he would only do this during the month of Hungry Ghost Festival. Like the rest of the year he would just sleep through the night. But yeah, another thing is he would only do this in Singapore, when we were in Melbourne, he never got up and did this during the Hungry Ghost Festival because they don't celebrate it in Melbourne. But yeah, I think it was kind of creepy. I think he was seeing ghosts. Let me know what you think. Like, he only did it when it was Hungry Ghost Festival. He did it at the exact same time every night during the month, and also he only did it when we were living in Singapore where they celebrate it. In Melbourne, he never did it. So yeah, that's why I think he could see ghosts. I think animals are more sensitive to that sort of thing. I believe that some of them can see or sense spirits or ghosts or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Okay, I'm gonna try these Beyond Nuggets. I have not tried these before. I'm gonna dip it in some honey mustard sauce. These really do taste kind of like chicken. Which is weird because I don't really like chicken, but not bad. I think I prefer the burger though. The burger is definitely my favorite. I think A&W has the best Beyond Meat burger. Okay, so that is my story about how I think Danny could see ghosts, and I'm going to tell you another like urban legend that I heard from a co-worker in Singapore. When I was in my early 20s, I used to work in retail, and one of my co-workers told me this story. A lot of them were very superstitious about the Hungry Ghost Festival, so this is the story that she told me. This happened in another Asian country that celebrates Hungry Ghost Festival, not Singapore, but another one. And there was a young teenage boy walking his dog in the park in the early evening. And being a young teenage boy, he was kind of bored, so he remembered this urban legend that said if you did something, you could see ghosts. And before I tell you what that is, I just want to put out a disclaimer. Please do not do this because I think it's very unhygienic and I don't want you to get any eye infections or anything, so please do not do this. But how the legend goes is that if you rub the dirt from your dog's eyebrows into your own eyes, then you will be able to see ghosts as well. Again, please do not do this, but this is what the urban legend said. So the teenage boy decided that he would do that, and he did. He got down to his dog's level and took the dirt from his dog's eyebrows and rubbed it into his own eyes. And he said that all of a sudden he could see ghosts in the park around him, and he could tell they were ghosts because they did not look like the living people that were around him. Oh, and this was during Hungry Ghost Festival. Okay, so all of a sudden he could see ghosts, and he said he was very, very scared because, and this is the scary part, these ghosts, they were translucent, and also any trauma that they had experienced during their death, the boy said that he could see as well, like if they were shot or hanged. The boy said he could see the gore and the wounds on these ghosts, and I'm sorry if you're watching this at night before you go to bed because it is really scary. But in this country during World War II, it was under Japanese rule, like the Japanese had invaded during World War II, and a lot of the Japanese soldiers had murdered the local soldiers in really horrific ways. So the boy said he could see all the wounds and the trauma that these ghosts had gone through during their death, and that really, really scared him and freaked him out. So he ran back to his house and with his dog, and as soon as he got home, he washed the dirt out of his eyes, and he said that once he did that, he could no longer see any ghosts, but he still knew that they were there around him, so he was pretty freaked out for a long time. So anyway, that is the second story about Hungry Ghost Festival. What do you guys think? Do you think that the legend is true? Again, please do not do it. But do you think you would be able to see ghosts if you did that? Like, I think it's interesting that you have to use the dirt from your dog's eyebrows and not your dog's eyes. Like, dogs do have eyebrows. They're not like our eyebrows, but they have like a little ridge above their eye. And you know, some dogs and cats do have eyebrows if you've seen those pictures online. But yeah, I think it's very interesting, and I would definitely never do it because I'd just freak myself out if it was true. I do believe in ghosts, and I believe that, you know, some people do stay behind because they need to finish something they didn't while they were alive, or, you know, something like that. I have heard ghosts before. If you watched my other spooky video, you know about that story. But yeah, let me know what you think of these two stories. I hope I didn't scare you too much, and I hope you're not watching this before bed. But I think the second story is really scary because I would freak out if I saw ghosts like that. Just walking around, but like with scary wounds and stuff. But yeah, I think my dog Danny could see ghosts, which is why he was like getting up at the same time every night during the Hungry Ghost Festival, and only in Singapore, not in Melbourne. And he never did it in Canada either. He lived here as well for a few years. So yeah, that is my ghost story about Danny, and the other legend that my co-worker told me. Do you celebrate Hungry Ghost Festival? Are you like kind of superstitious about it? What do you think about it if you've never heard about it before? Let me know in the comments. And yeah, I'd really like to know if you think my dog was seeing ghosts or not. But yeah, and like when he slept, he had ghost eyes, which is why I named him after Danny Phantom. But like when he slept, his double eyelid would come up, so it looked like his eye was just completely white, so he had ghost eyes. But anyway, that is the video for today. I hope you enjoyed these spooky stories, and I will see you next time. Bye!